Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome. And this is Mickey Wilson. Mickey is in Darwin. And we started working together, what, 6, 7 months ago?
8, I think. Eight or nine. Yeah.
Radio, cool. So the first thing I want to know, Mickey, is what sort of frustrations and feelings were you having before you decided to even book the call with me?
So just before I sort of was introduced to Polly, I started, the frustrations I was having was that I knew that I was capable of more, and I knew that I had more within me. And I knew there was more to life than what I was sort of experiencing, but I just didn't know how to channel it. And I didn't know how to apply myself in getting there. So I knew that I wanted to do more with my life than what I had in the present. So
yeah. So then you got introduced to my group and me.
Yeah, it was kind of weird though how I actually got introduced to you. I don't know if you remember, but so when I started my own personal growth, like I was listening to like a lot of Tony Robbins podcasts, and I found The Secret from Rhonda Byrne. And I started, once I got a hold of The Secret, I was listening to that audio book just over and over again because I was doing FIFO. Like I listened to it a good 20 times, I'd say, like the full audio book. And then I started just like practicing that sort of thing. And then I bumped into a mate, because obviously, like they suggest that you sort of attract the coaches and the people that you need to sort of progress you in whatever you decide to do. Like, but in this sort of instance, the law of attraction as a secret. And then, yeah, I just randomly bumped into a mate that I hadn't seen for ages that I used to do Muay Thai with. And we weren't even training together or anything anymore. And I just randomly seen him for the first time. And I think it was like 9 months.
Yeah.
And yeah, I knew he'd been through a little bit of a rough patch. And yeah, we just got to talking, and I just asked how he was going. I didn't say anything about, I just basically said I was doing FIFO. And yeah, he started to express to me that he'd started like meditating in the mornings, doing his morning gratitudes and stuff. And I sort of looked at him a little bit funny, and I said, oh yeah, I said, you should watch this movie, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. And he's like, looked at me and he's like, I'm watching it at the moment. And I was like, oh yeah. And then, yeah, we just got to talking, and he said, yeah, my wife's actually doing this course with underneath Bob Proctor, who's like, he was one of the main actors, or not actors, but he was one of the main speakers in the film. And then, so, yeah, you should have, I said, yeah, I'll be keen to have a chat to her. And then, yeah, just one thing led to another. And then Polly just popped into my life.
Woohoo! Yeah. All right. So, and look, we had to have 2 calls because you're a little bit hesitant right at the beginning there. You're like, okay, I don't know if I should start this before I start my business or after I've started my business. So tell me what was going on there a bit.
So with the business side of things, I knew, well, I had ideas that I'd wanted to start my own business for a while, but I didn't know whether or not this is what I wanted to do, sort of thing, for the rest of my life, basically. And yeah, so I got the email from Polly. It's like, long story short, it was basically, it pushed me to, it said something along the lines of, if you're not doing something that you completely love, like you're wasting your time pretty much here on earth. And that pushed me to, I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I was I had this urge. I'd been questioned it before in a different instance from someone else, but it didn't really hit home as much as when I read it from your email that you sent me. And I jotted down 5 things that I actually love doing. And the 2 top things which sort of pushed me to come up with my goals was from that email. And then everything else is sort of like, I've sort of used my business as a stepping stone. That was what the original thing was. But starting doing the personal growth and stuff with Polly, it just made it like easy compared to, and like I got compliments for ages, like saying, how did you do it so quick? Like, and how did you, and I was just like, yeah, it's not like, I didn't think anything of it. It was over the course of probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I was fully up and running and, making a profit. but yeah, that was what was happening at the start when I first spoke to Polly. I didn't want to stay and doing fly out. And I knew that I wanted to do more with myself. And Polly sort of pushed me to do that straight away, rather than sitting on the fence and sort of like, you know, taking. So like, this is a good example. A guy that used to own his own business, like in the same trade as me, and he was talking about doing it around the same time. Like, and he'd been talking about it for months and months and months. He's still out there. He's still doing fly out, like, unfortunately. And it's just, it really is just about your mindset and attracting to the things that you need and the things that you need to use to progress yourself, to make these things achievable. And like big hurdles in the past, for me, are like nothing now. They're just like, you can overcome these big hurdles that people from the outside looking in comment on. You can overcome them quite easily without even thinking about it, because it's all up to how you perceive it and how you choose to think about that situation, I guess.
One thing I loved about you, Mickey, is that you were just so coachable. Like, if I just said, no, don't wait, just go and do it, you would go and do it. So like, you've got to give yourself a pat on the back for that, because there's not many that actually do. You can go, come on. But you just flew. So well done.
Thanks.
You're welcome. The other thing I wanted to ask you, so what did you find along the journey? Like, what did you find out about yourself? Like, what's different now compared to what you used to be back then?
I think it's being aware. Like, it's being aware of like paradigms. I'm basically like, it's a massive realization for me of realizing everything that's led up to before, like, that I've come into this personal growth. And like, for the last year, because it was a few months before I'd met you, like, and just for the past year, like all your life leading up to it, and the paradigm that's created and your beliefs and stuff that holds you back, like non-productive habits, like just all of that crap that is built into your paradigm, and then seeing how much it's changed, like in that time space, and then like realizing just every little thing. Like, if I don't stick to my daily habits now, like even after a couple of days, like you just feel that your old self just sort of trying to pull you back. And yeah, just the course itself, like just the amount of little gold nuggets in there that just sort of everything together that helps you sort of with your day-to-day and just sort of reaching the things that you want to do. Like, just for example, like I would never have dreamed that I could attract like high profit jobs nearly every single time, like and it did go through a stage where I first started getting like a lot of little niggly jobs, but still profiting, to just getting them profit jobs, you know what I mean? And then, like, for example, over Christmas, I think everyone dropped off a little, and then just going back to, like your old self, and because you're not focusing on it, and you're not working sort of, like, I know it sounds a bit, for people that haven't done this sort of course or haven't done anything like this, like working in harmony with the universe, you just like, you really have to do it to like, and practice it to sort of understand what we sort of, go through, I guess. But I'm so happy that I actually listened to you and did it though.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So
my biggest thing is helping people create time and financial freedom. Did we accomplish that?
Financial freedom, I think we're like well on our way. Like, I'm in a much better position than I was when I was doing fly out. Plus, I get to see my family. Time, it comes in. It's sort of, it's there. It's definitely there. Like, I've got the time, and I've got a lot more time than when I was working FIFO, like, I guess. Yeah. So I am working on it. It is something that, you constantly have to be working on. It's not something that you just get. It's something that I think that you have to work on.
Yeah.
And you have to, continually sort of practice.
So my idea of time freedom is being able to be present where I'm at right now. not being here, but thinking about over there.
Yeah.
Have we accomplished that?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Where to next?
I'm going to get on stage next month and do my first stand-up.
In March?
Yeah.
You look so excited.
No, I'm just just to you, because you've been humbugging me about it for so long. I thought I'd wait till today to let you know.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Am I allowed to come?
No.
Okay. All right.
Still a no, sorry.
We'll work on that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of my goals that I set with Polly, or for myself, but that Polly sort of helped me push myself to sort of realize what I love doing. And that's making people laugh. And there's another one there, but yeah. So.
Well done.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Except I'm not allowed to code, but anyway. You never know, I might figure out where it's at.
You're not going to, but anyway.
Okay, so Mickey, for anybody that's sitting on the fence, just thinking about, should I get a coach? Like, what does a coach really do?
Just do it, really. Like, that's my sort of suggestion. Like, what have you got to lose? Like, it's not really that much in the grand scheme of things. It's not really that much money when it's yourself that you're sort of paying for. Like, you're paying for your personal growth as a person, and what it leads to. Like, you won't ever sort of, like, you may get there doing it by yourself, but you look, all right, I personally wouldn't. I don't know many people that would just get there, like, off their own bat, because you what you'll learn, you can't even put a price on it, really.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have got to where I am and discovered the goals that, and how to get there, and just the things that stop you on your way, really. Like, if I didn't have Polly there, I would have dropped off ages ago. And, like, to be honest, you may drop off, but Polly's there to kick you up the bum and say, look, this is what's, you got to do. This was going to happen. This is how you overcome it. And then this is how you see it, like, when it happens again in the future, you know what it is. You've got Polly to tell you, every little thing on the way. If any question that you have to ask, Polly pretty much has an answer for. And they're not just answers that she's telling you, the answers that she's learned and she's studied. Like, she's been doing this, for a few years now. But she was one of Bob's. She was one of Bob's. She is one of Proctor Gallagher's 1%. But I just meant past tense, because obviously,
He's still here.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. Like, you think about the masterminds that we're doing now too. You can channel into, like, this might be a bit far out for some people, but you can channel into the energy that's out there. And that's all we really came from anyway.
Yeah.
Being able to,
Yeah.
Might be a bit too far.
But yeah, there's a lot of mind-blowing nuggets in there that, like, if you apply them, like, I'm really excited I'm just on my lesson 12. I'm just finishing it. And I'm just so excited to do it again, to pick up a lot of the stuff that I feel like I didn't give 100% to, but, like, I've still got amazing results, and I'm still on my way to achieving my goals, my C-type goals. And, like, to know that if I do, apply myself in every single aspect, or, I'm a different person now than what I was when I first did the course. So, yeah, anyone that's sitting on the fence, I just think go for it. Like, you're only going to benefit. There's no lose, really. That's because I was sitting on the fence as well, to be honest. I just was unsure, and then I just trusted in the situation, and that I was led there for a reason. Like, every single one of you that's thinking about it, you've obviously been led to this for some sort of reason, that you want to improve yourself. So, do it. Like, that's what you're here for. Like, do it. It's like, yeah, that's my advice anyway. So
awesome. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you for taking the time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That's all right. And you never know, I might see you in March on stage.
You won't, but
you never know.
Catherine River's going to flood. You're all going to be stuck there.
Don't put that on us, no. All right. Thank you so much for doing this today, Mickey. Thanks for taking the time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Right. No worries. See you later.
Polly, have a good day. See you, mate.
Bye.